With freestyle block printing, you can basically place your block anywhere on the fabric you like. Here's an example of a piece of fabric which has been free block printed, and there's been very little consideration about the placement of each block. However, in order to get a little bit more depth into your fabric, I do think that adding a tint is actually a very good technique, and that's what I'd like to focus on now. So we've got our blank fabric again here. Make sure there's no fluff or bits and pieces there to damage your image. And what we're going to do is essentially create a varying range of colour. Now, you could start with white, but I'd rather start with a lilac. So to create a tint in a colour, you start with the white and you add a sort of like a brush load of your first layer of colour. And essentially, if you'd like to create your first layer of tint, it doesn't have to be perfectly mixed up together. And I will use that again with my sponge here. And there's going to be very little consideration about where I place this block. So it really is freestyling. You just block it away and just, you could almost shut your eyes and do this. And it really is kind of wherever it goes. And you can be quite quick and just dab it on. You don't even really have to mix the colours up so that it's all one sort of tone. You can just get it in there and stamp away and have some fun. Don't worry if it's not a clear image. Just keep the sponge in your hand, keep dabbing. Watch me, look, I'm just dabbing away, loading up my brush. Just keep, you know, unlike the rotation where you really have to consider what you're doing, here you're just dab, 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 and block printing as you go. And you end up with covering your fabric with actually a very nice, what I consider a background design. Now, if I can just show you the stage 2 of this, what we'll do is then we'll add another scoop of this purple into the white, mix it all up, but again, not necessarily exactly. Pick up your block and your sponge and do exactly the same. Just don't think about where you're placing the block, but if you look, if you've added enough, I'm not even sure, let me just make it a little bit darker. Can you see, if I hold that up, can you see how you've got a gradation of colour? So you've got the first layer was quite pale, and now we've got a medial colour, and that gives it a little bit more depth. And I do think that with this space-dyed background fabric, all this just makes such a sumptuous fabric, doesn't it? So do keep on block printing away with your middle range colour, and just see where there's a gap, and just try keeping the sponge in your hand, Lucy, and without kind of recharging it all the time, and just stamping away, having some fun with this, and really sort of being free.
Are you overlapping any of your
images?
Yes,
everything. It's just whatever happens. And just for me to move on to the final stage, again, just to finish off this last bit of fabric paint, I'm dragging that last bit in, and now I'm making the darker colour. So we're using up all that fabric paint, mixing it up, and again, I'm going to pick up the same block, and I'm going to apply the paint in the same way. Now, I would say that perhaps this possibly wasn't the greatest contrast, but it doesn't really matter. It's still quite stunning. And you just, can I just show you how beautiful that is? Can you see how the eye wants to kind of go into the fabric to see the background images? How are you getting on, Lucy? I think you've got a lot of paint on your block. Just try keeping with the block in one hand, the sponge in the other hand, and just keep a continuous motion. Don't stop. Right, that's it. And then dab it again. Can you watch me for a sec? See how I'm doing it? Now, there is a piece of fabric here that I'm missing, so you can, of course, move your fabric down. There we go. Now, I'm going to let you just finish that for a moment while I look at some of the examples that we've prepared. And here again, we've got the snowflakes, which we started, and you can see the paler colours and the darker colours which are really lovely. And this is the piece that is completed. Now, I can't wait to make that into something. I don't know. Can you imagine that being, what could you imagine that being, Fauzia?
You could make it into toiletry bag.
A toiletry bag would be
really
lovely,
nice.
or a handbag, or
Handbag, yeah.
book journal. I mean, it just could be anything you want it to be. If you're a patchworker or a quilter, you've actually created some fabulous pieces to work with. And here again, we've got different tones, the tints of all the snowflakes going on here. And I do like this particular piece here because actually what we did here was we started off in a band of the lightest colour. So instead of doing it random all over the fabric, this is just the band of the white. Then the middle range is down, striped down the middle, and the darkest range is actually the bottom section. So you can actually do your randomness in a kind of more considered way, if that makes sense. So I think you're doing very, very well. Let's have a look at what you've been doing there. Have you had any problems there, Rebecca? Let's have a look at your work.
I started doing it in bands, and then I wanted to do it separate, so I had to make another colour. So
oh, well, I think it's worked very well. And let's have a look at yours, Fauzia. How's that coming together? Beautiful, absolutely lovely. And Lucy?
Well, mine didn't turn out that well.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I tell you why. If once it's dried, we need to heat fix it. And that's a very important point to remember here, that the next day when it's all bone dry, you have to fix all these fabric paints to make sure that they actually are fixed and won't come out when you wash them. But the important thing in here is you can actually overprint, which is something we're going to be doing later. So nothing's wrong. We can just put another block print on top of that and turn it into still a beautiful piece of fabric. Now, tinting is one way of creating depth in your fabric design. There is another technique that I'd like to show you, and that's called shadow printing.